November sumene da edikan omanade shema munyina jo makwa baba nwere no Afia Kasiebo Ctv so ezma hodo ayabo no Afia dai ena mede esmo wo no na nsam de nhwene a edimo akotene ebi. Speaker of Parliament Ora Alban Smana Bagbenga friends ye oman mumra sbedwa force ehyemude bi e wo ho putu premu enti omra na onhiem. Mampanyini dada John Dramani Mahama ashe bosse nyame ya adom no oba wone omanfo ebefa yonkofa emu eden na aboa mempuntuo efri mu aba Yeria na yekodwadie eni sikasem Kasiebo emu St. Francis Cooperative Credit Union what the 16th annual general meeting ashesheso Yebeko Bochwana na mampanyini masisi ede atudwa se what bu odi buoni ni die ema omanfo ntike be mamka bia mamu obeko so na ye adwuma ewo maino emo Abusia Fonsma hudo benum ka wenum ho na mede esum wo ene anwumre se anwumre no Afia Kasiebo Ctv so Kasiebo no etwa no ho kasafo nyina hudo no Afia mo na abefo ntenta afidie no mede asomo my Ctv GH social media handles hudo no bo my Ctv GH Kasie pie ba no wanya bia hwe kai na to ma no mfefo ma wonum so enya bi enhwe anwumre musomfo eyeme Afia Brempomaa Hinneh medame ho aba na ensem na wo hente Mede asumo. Afia munyina kwaba afei ensem no eni ye chance efri omen ye mra sobedwa fie esanse mra sobedwa kasmafo ora Alban Smana Bagbena ton safre mra sobedwa fo nyina se won mra na wontena se na putu premu ensem bia wo so hwe na wo ka ho asem bia no watumi ahwe na waka ho asem se mra sobedwa fo ye nim ne dada se omen mra sobedwa fo eje won mahome e won nsan mentime ho ase man muso ewo man mo emra sobedwa fie edom dodo ede edom kuma na obi ani abrese krodom ya wo kire se efie ho wonom ene dodo nanso abra Speaker of Parliament ebu ayese emra sobedwa fo nan wo hwe abamrem wo motietia emra so ya yede ebu mra sobedwa fo adwumadi ahodo mu ntino wonom seat anase akunwa nan wabua ahyese se akunwa nan ni nyina abedam pan ya enti ema NDC amanyoko no ebenya upper hand anase wonom ena ebeye dodo ewo oman Ghana emrasbedwa fie edi hoye kakra baaye court asem so kra ne nanemu eno na nam so ma Speaker of Parliament gina ne tumi amamrade amano so ena otu emrasbedwa fo adwumadi esensen ye na seda wo be frede nem nanso wachonsem agru chire egunkrata so ede atoma ne nsemkyerefo se nyame ya adomo a emrasbedwafo ebesan atena se na wonum ahwe kwan a won betumi afaso na dwumadie bia ohobia no so watumi edi dwumakora wokwa akodie ewo fry afre wonum no mu de enya de a Speaker of Parliament echire mu odie nanso wo kire se enam ensiesie yi a wo ye ewo my Ghana mrasbedwa fie nti wontumi nkwankwatina mrasbedwa fie ho eni se adwumadie no nemom Accra International Conference Center de friend no AICC no eho enam panyifo kire se dwumadie ni nyina ebekoso Emsefo yensanto asonko yenim wonsem hodo ya akano emo na presidential candidate ora Alan Kojochoma 10 wonu ama frafranto amanyokro no akasa ewo nansan ne ekoso ewo emrashibedwafie enho o kire se Supreme Court eni tumi bia se wonum ehye emrashibedwafo bra emrama wo ho kwan se oni wontuma wakasa tia se ne ekoso no nhwe ya ebetimi de omamompo anase ebetimi abomen kwan bi so
only be made, and I want to emphasize this order, however, can only be made by the Speaker of Parliament if and only if the Supreme Court makes a ruling in favor of Parliament in the determination of the substantive case currently before it. Ladies and gentlemen, with barely 4 weeks to the general elections, it is absolutely critical that all parties, that is the judiciary, the legislature, the executive, and indeed the citizenry of Ghana work towards a resolution of this delicate matter to ensure a peaceful path towards the 2024 general elections in December. I thank you for your kind attention. God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong.
na yenkoyenim ewo nsem hodo ya aka no emo na mampayida da John Mahama wono na etu franka ama NDC amanyokro no wode atodwa se nyame ya adom na naban no eba odo amanfo nyina ebeka na mamu ho na afen so one Ghana fo afa yonkofa emu adi a ebenam empuntuo abasaso ena aba.
Reiterated that Ghana is at a crossroads because injustice is eating away at our society, with our economy inflicting untold hardships on millions of our fellow citizens. I've also reaffirmed my determination to ruthlessly root out the canker of corruption and refresh your memories on a few of the uncountable corruption scandals that this administration has tolerated without any sanctions. To reset Ghana for equitable opportunities and job creation and a 24-hour economy, we also need to restore public confidence and trust in our governance institutions, which are decaying under our very eyes. And not least among them are our courts. My determination to provide adequate safety and security for all Ghanaians under the 24-hour economy initiative remains unwavering. Let me assure you that we shall build a resilient relationship with citizens and our social partners, and will create room for unfiltered and uncensored encounters between me and my Vice President to be Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman. There will be unfiltered and uncensored encounters between us and moral and civil society. I trust that by working together with the media, our international development partners, civil society organizations, our traditional and religious leaders, and our labor unions, we shall together reset Ghana and begin to relive the dream of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Franka Kofo Bedi Echirema NDC amanyokro Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman ede ato edwase nyame adom na NDC amanyokro no ba 24-hour economic policy no ebeboa wonu me pound ade ede wonu me yetire hairdresser for ene atailer for pa ewo omai Ghana emo woni atailer for ene wonu ma yetire nkabonkuo enkrabata ewo asantemantam kropo kumasmu ne hia ya wode nsemi etudwa.
We need to pay attention to is time. Time is very important. Sometimes, let's say I'm coming here today and I need an outfit. And the person says, oh, you come, today is for Thursday. Oh, by Wednesday evening I'll have finished. We all know what I'm talking about. That's why you are smiling. So if by Wednesday evening you can't, I would understand that. And I think so many people hold the person. I've had a difficulty, so I'm not able to finish. It's okay. Yeah, it's disappointing, but it's not as disappointing as when the person gets there and you are not there. You know what I'm talking about. And you are not there, you haven't left any message. We all have many stories to tell. Avoid that. Have a good rapport with your clients. You never know how many doors one client can open for you, and how many doors that one disappointment can close for you. So just be open in your communication. 24-hour economy. Are you? And my favorite question is, when the first set of people leave, do they leave with the machines or not? Do the machines stay? The machines stay, or they also leave with the people? So it means another round of people can use the same machines. And I think if this were well practiced, then this issue about I couldn't finish your dress.
NDC amanyoko no emu ekoba kwa ye Fred Kedes wonom e de ato mampanyini abedetri Dr. Muhammad Bawumia enim se mampanyini dada John Dramani Mahama e de ensem ponum egwa kwan so a wo hwo se obeba abonten no abeyia no sansem no wo mono no eto kesasa so obema no wo akokodura wo mra abonten na omeyi sansem misenumi anoma no
Azikayima eye NDC ni a ojina simpie so eka se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia edumane bonus so ntumi nye wonye competent krai no ena wode ensemi tu dwa no wache se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia epese Ghana fo hu se we competent padia enye ensemi no ma John Dramani Mahama Franketufo edema NDC amanyuko no edema no no wohwe na wonya no pepepe
question o mampani dada eye Mahama edi ma Bawumia no ne kwanso ano no no kra de o de amanofo e bi se ono Bawumia o select 170 questions say obi ya no ene edru no so ene e de 5 questions amane se onya no we ense se okasa kra o meya no e bi se ye nyina e o Ghana ha ene ehu se dollar no na eye 4 cedis to a dollar ene o mugina simpie so se amambo ne ye bone airtime ade necessary 4 cedis Sunny $1 and then no keka cost 17 cedis and Sunny wenya $1. It was only no say then na ebanisa and same bebre wo hwa na Kamahama obetumi e de amane se unyan amini se unyan almost say one district one factory hwe yem patemu ayewe odan patemu ha ye nikwe wo be 9-10 districts metumi abobodi achimsodro achiase oda manso akroso ofuase yirebi abrem ni ne keka ho ade bi siesa mankes
ne kakwa mu no tonsade afre NDC amanyoko ni munipeni na se wono mu hwese obebo ama afia bato no NDC amanyoko no ebedi nkonimti obi asase wo ye campaign ene door to door ne obetimi aye ede abo amanyoko ni bia no obi a enye na famudie sa pepepe
sisi bebi edro no enche na ye kwakoto aba na ebesre obi a enkaka NDC for no ma obi a ba mumu obi a enye na famu de hwe ye doso se wo de otumi esakra lipa mienu kura na baako e de ka ho de ba party ma normal no ayin krisi obi a momode so wadamfo bi wo nua bi na bi a 2020 no wantumi anto aba ma NDC enam kasade a MPP4 kan ya ene nem konkra ni se we ya ni se kire wadanfo num ni ehia se eze se sabri oto aba ni esisa aban go ba bia aban din ekono yanhwe yie na se santo aba na MPP wini bi atese nyina ye tufri akotogo ebi se obi a ho kire no obi e complain adwadifo e complain akuafo e complain afede youth ne de yikura neso ohia still MPP4 no aso mo honjoy eti ade esese NDC ye ne se ese ye dwumaden ensese obi a rest on to say ye beto aban ebewie
As also querying one Samudwaya Akano Emo Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Churches. One more at the Atogana for him say, Bria Bob and Wakatwa Bay, and Impo Abatrono Ebremo and Abatron Wechina. Yen shall say Bemasum Jafan to my pefra. Nayan Masum Jebua, Nabuama May, it's me Akoswa, Etumpo. The Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Churches, a church friend GPCC, a patron say it now say, Ewa asumdwe mu na yeso so ye ho so a eboa se oman na oman no etumi etumpon akonanim enti ehu hia se Ghana de hye edibuo ene nidie ma ye ho wabra ye di enkomomo ene anobaba ya hodo nyina mu na etumi eyi entokwa ene mentime ho ase akwa efro oman Ghana mu kankan ne bra ye boaboe ho akwakoto abai Apostle Emmanuel Tete General Secretary Emma GPCC na wono ena kasa yen semtrofo nhyiamudi a wo frɛ ya wada no ase.
We invited you this morning because of where we are as a country. We have a country which has been touted as a beacon of peace and democracy, not only in the sub-region but in the whole of Africa and even beyond. But we know the times and seasons we are in, that whenever we come close to elections, tensions in the country rise. People, because of utterances, tend to push the boundaries of our peace closer to the edge. And so it is within this light that the ecumenical councils in the country, namely the Christian Council of Ghana, the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, the Office of the National Chief Imam, and the National Association of Charismatic Christian Churches.
Apostle Tete San Ejebre Echrechren Shishay ha mpanyifo ayede agura pono so anti de ebedi se dwumedie no wo se nyina so sempa let peace prevail ye masumdwe emfa netimapa emfra na wo kire se
we're going to have on the 9th of November, there's going to be a peace walk. On the 9th of November, there's going to be a peace walk by the youth of our councils. We're all coming together, and there's going to be a peace walk. That is a week after the peace campaign launch. There is also going to be a prayer program, because we are churches, we are religious bodies. We're going to have a very massive prayer program, all of us. God giving us grace on the 22nd of November. We're going to have a prayer program, and we'll continue engaging with the various political parties and state institutions to ensure that we do our little part. We are not in charge of the country, but as stakeholders, we will do our little part in ensuring that there is peace.
What the National Integrity Forum so a Jumedia what they strength and trophy say a bra yakwakotua bay kwan and some agu abonten so amomanfo so awunupie onhwe won ma no kasa yie na afen so kra no abe fontentan fidie so titiro omanfo emfa so na won fansam osebe enyansem no kre ene nanenam abe fontentan fidie no so onkofa hoye bia emo ban Ghana emodwedie na koso ya wode ayesanchreche
and Sir Jofo Shimweko Sunkai and a president Udakuna no Francis Aqua Ami Edinsem Etujatre say Abato we and Faso Biblena and a was so Cynthia when he has one stakeholders better say what we fee Amanyukwa would do no more drinking quina will beat me ama Abato no Aqua as some Jew quinso and Kofa whom any should be a imager or mouthful or didn't say me to Jan worded to or mouthful in 9 say what so enya she pie when ya mabia or do we need a share a wabber for 10 things which internet no na Tornado so near maybe wa we ni bo so anate say abeja I am sheshe no so etumi e hardren efe with the National Commission Authority and as NTA enim so wodo so emwa ema enye bia ehunu internet no so no obetumi atoto enye ye na kobase bibia o mafo bi hunu etumi di wo hu eni so bi ababeja wono meba ne sa ebetumi a hardren pa afi
nti said ye kan no Andra, ye nshemu, ye ne various stakeholders ne share a be free buying, a be free political parties, a be a Jumanco different share, you say, you share Ghana, you have about to coming December. Yeah, can you now say? And sana, and I say about one breno. Yan share especially journalists. Yan sempika, I will be 14 times. Yan share say, you didn't send any prayer and a better. I thought I'd be prepantem, and I'm not to 18 times in tea. Or you should say, I am pan and yampa, Obona or the two. Na Ubi swap of an on also the eddy for in Tigestre. Say, yan share, not in some among sign during election in the prayer. Anna.
Ne kwakwe mu no de to electoral commission no enimu se wosre wono mo ma periperi yo na abato no emu na ofan na wo manfon so enya wo mugide yie
kanka electoral commission so ye best stress say odinfo ode inkabon man ya embra intem because I thought I say a chair ema bebre na adwen say achenti anya transparent anya prepare ni nti ye best electoral commission say on my information is on brand them. Ana ye can say ye straight aban especially NCA and omomundi munise election beba so ye straight then him say aba 14 tan na ye de djuma so what be beto on na obe bibia e aba 14 tan obe quality data results internet dey be use ye straight aban say internet kedo no amount to during and after the election you pay internet e dey djuma e dey send information e dey akasa e dey bibia the best result end up on mind. So you possess any information now. You to me will say easy my asama you to matter them. And I send ye they get a right to no you found who the online so no. The best say embra also plan of found you know. Now also o share say untie obedience so. Untie obedience say asama wa woni say enyampa unko kan for people.
So for share a mama fra and a man for ye dear so a rather cornu man there to just say a buy no edit share for frobi crab by ya what Bible boss say one must seb you and prejudice one much one sika semono and tempaso a Bible shall coin or befa so na oma for a high one.
Na wotu bebra baba sinkweno eyade a okopemu bono east etifido north east savannah etifido epuye eni etifido atoye mantemu a eyade a sabre wono mo kire se dry spell no esi wo ho enamso emasabre de enwema anase no enobaye ahodo na eswate ne senti empenfo ekire se wenina ejina ewemu ensachiraye ensem ya ama wono mo boka 3.5 billion wono mo kira ebetu ama enwane ehwa kwatwe yi papa afenso niamemu betumi ayeden edi amamanfo enesa nkrunkito yi a yedua ho enwane wone sentrofo ekasa no soafo wo hwen kwada emani mema ahobambo mu nsem so da kwa newman edi to Joseph program we no wonu mu hwe ni mu se anka obenya sonfa so 212,000 nanka etumi aboa mantem enwotwe ya won ho akyere wonu mu sebre
government intervention be a yede tuja intervention no your friend a dry spell catch mo say wonga wo 8 affected regions na meboboy wo mudino ombenya a one-time payment of 1,000 Ghana cedis sasikai as say eboa won to mitigate shock na wunyai as a result of dry spell no over that 8-week period enti no na yede tuja ene na wonga woye beneficiaries na efi 212,000 beneficiaries na wobenya sasikaya yesa so the two just say so womunya problem bia ye wo numbers bia wo betumi afre 0800 800 800 and 0800 900 900 mofra asembia mo de betu yenim no ye beye nhwehwemu na yetumi aboa mo nti ene asem kakra na yede to jane say government rema one-time payment as a to mitigate shock na wonga we experience dry spell no or the upper northern regions of Yekuri nti eno na yede to jane medamose.
Yanko Kintampo South Mensino Emukro and Yimamuna and Yimahine Eddie Autonoman for any more say on my boo any day Ejuma Chronomo na and Kabomuso and Yejuma Waman Punto and me Emra Chrono Emo Nanyan Faso de Emoman Fonina.
Nana Amayao, Ampo Sim, or Brempon, and Yima, and two Mebnofo, I want a him free, and what you two just say. Say, we been in your chair, now with me in Chinachan, or I thought the needy, any broke a seer, and Mabini, and I'm so, and more Sir Mebron say, Coronavirus me fan into my pefra, and Mebnon to obey a city, and Yaman Penny, was some abrabo, and Bonenum, and I feel Crononkis and Kitty, and Abrabo Basano, and to me Mwao, now feel Cronos to bet me a trumponoa, Negina Mebron, so sans only Crono Dachin, ya one share, now watch a share or near me.
Nipa biyu Crono, what they say, Sabi, Umuna Namon, the Bunibia, or Hima, as I say so. Oh, yes, sir. Rob Musso at the amount. Yes, sir. Open Musso at the Woma and no yellow. I was she. The best of who said you my dad and Musa the year to find and then the Casa. I don't know who, Milan, who said the Musa. Tieni babako timestre siete oni bu enema before himano oma sa guru e kausa e famaye that good na mu banyini na mu bibia kausa join no e moa
Oba Penny Nana Sa Jemfua Edna no to mubi ya wono so chese obesere kroma nyina tichiu eni baburu ya nana ejina mutu onfusa akomodin die eye pa penise bambo achima we ya na eye cha ya sabo gitima eni nti wo sere baburu nso wonhwe akomodin hu nsem ye wodidie mu wonante mu wabrabo mu sebe ya yade yanketenkete aye kwankro ye nei eni na moframe mu obi ni mebi efie na ba be sonso a eho nsem akokọ ye bu achi bidine no wonko na wonko nko so bi
ya tete plani ye na yenda pa ma yiwa beso ba bisia na mesre ya to su dio ya branu school le ye me pa esa se ne ya si ko no se ne suwa bege ya na se ne su na yo ba so go su bro ni first ye su sa no ye na na be fo ga ne se be nu ba go su bra be ma wo froga asem no e do e be Timestre, somewhere around the Bibles. Then you know, for my miss, some brown so. Somewhere in the temple, I say, let's move on for I'm a river woman in my baby.
La dadikoto pomras bejeni reta now delo sowa kobo entwa e wo sukuu sahodo ya e wo nimpesio so wo hwesania sukuu mofra ya fe ya wahye sukuu asefofro no sen e na won madesua ensem esitie ebenifo se aboa de de ja kwa yenya no kwenti wo kro no na wonkita ne nsapan ne mo wode adesua mu akade kakra e ka ho koye mofre adoye Empanyifo senior ofrudi apaye piano nti wa brown munyamfo reta na odo so ha etu na moyinyo no nko ane koye na mum empanyifo a eda adesua nsem ano e wo mensin no emu no edi nachi ene ne koye na adesua mu akade ebiti se enwoma pensere ilezese e sharpener anomni ahodro ene nneoma Aye nika ene wode koye a wode ekocheye ose dia eka no e ma ne yewe ene se emofran bi ho ba sukuu mu foforo na wanya saa adesua mu akade yi a na akwa akoye dia ama ne so ene ni beka sukuu no mu nchi wo kono wode nneoma ya koche se ne be ya mofra no won mani e beka sukuu no emo
when school reopens we need to make sure our pupils or our children are in school, and so initially we just go there when school reopens to welcome the students or the pupils. But we realize that most of the time, enrollment goes on for about even two to 3 weeks after reopening. And years past, as we were visiting the schools, we realized that when you go to some of the classrooms, the class 1, the KG, they are virtually empty. And so we've monitored together with the education department, and we realized that they now have full classes for our KG and then the class 1. And so today, together with the education directorate, we went to welcome our children and to pay them a visit. And we gave them exercise books, crayons, pencils, erasers, and then we gave them sweets as well for them to feel at home and feel comfortable in school, and for them to know that their leaders also care about them.
Na abra woni mpanyifo kasa wieye no na mpanyifo ebo modende akwansidi ahodo ya sukuu no enemu etro nanim o hyebo se nyame ya adom a obeba na oba beboa won ma yisa akwansidi nyina afri ho ama sukuu no ayekra behwe. So
going around, I realized that some of the class 1 classrooms, the chairs the children sit on, some of the children are bigger than those chairs, the furniture they are using. So that's one area we need to look at. And some of the classrooms too are a bit crowded. And so we need to look at the infrastructure of the schools. When you go to Bema Camp, a place like services, everybody wants their children to go to services. And the accommodation or the classroom facilities there are not enough. And I'm looking forward to the future where government will take care of those schools as well, because a lot of the people want to attend those schools. Well, we can have a 12-unit classroom block, an 18-unit classroom block, which can house more pupils, and then we enroll or employ more teachers to teach in those schools.